So I just really came back from work there, and I happened to just put on Twitter, and I came across this from the Irish Times about the Chinese police station based in Dublin. So apparently, the Department of Foreign Affairs have ordered that it should shut. Now, there's multiple things here I have to talk about. The multiple. So first of all, it was up to particularly the only media crowd I seen covered. OT was nowhere to be found. No journalists was no affair but OT to investigate this or do a primetime special. No journalists were found. But yeah, the only and I think credit has to be given. Grip Media is the people who really drove attention to this, and people questioned it. I questioned it. Why is there a Chinese police station in Ireland? Because let's be fair, why? Just literally why? There's no, the Chinese authorities have literally what I'm trying to say, they have no authority to be here, first of all. And nobody wants them here, first. Second of all. So, and again, it's just dribble really for the Irish Times. Oh, the Department of Foreign Affairs is saying how they're closing. The Chinese embassy saying, I get the official quote now. Is it, so basically, they done an intelligence thing saying how the Dubliners have said the Capital Street office was not involved in any law enforcement activity. That's a load of cock and bull, so if I ever heard in my life. It's the biggest load of cock and bull so ever you could come across, and it's just basically dribble. That's basically from the Irish Times. It's just basically dribble. Like, it is a police station. It is an official police station for the Chinese Communist Party. So, first of all, this is my first question. Obviously, the Department of Foreign Affairs, or the Minister for Justice, or the Minister for Foreign Affairs, or somebody in relation to the government would have knew, because I'm sure the fuck they didn't go on the whiff and said, "Oh, we're going to operate a police station, a foreign police station, on a foreign territory," and not inform somebody in the government or give them a few envelopes and tell them to be quiet, and they send it, because I'm sure the fuck a Gard or something like that, an only member of a Gard in the continent came across it and probably questioned it why it was a random Gard station of members of the Communist Party police department in Ireland. I'm sure that some of them would have questioned it in the local barracks or the local Gard station. And obviously some of the higher ups, either in the city council, Dublin City Council, obviously the councillors or whatever, were paid off probably to try or turn a blind eye. Because obviously they couldn't, because again, it was in plain sight. It wasn't plain sight because they had the logo out the front of the Communist Party police, basically. There was a logo out the front. There literally was a police logo out the front of the Communist police station. So, and there wasn't like it was hiding it, because it was there on Google Maps. I looked it up and it was there on Google Maps. So it's not like they were hiding it, really. It's not like they were trying to be co-op. But again, we have to ask the question: what did the ministers know? Did the ministers in government, did minister, what they got, the Minister for Justice, the Minister for Foreign Affairs, Simon Coveney, did he know anything? Did they know? Did they know anything? Because obviously they must have known something that it's there. Because they probably would say no. Because again, we all know they were given brown envelopes and told here's a few brown envelopes. Don't look here. Or did the Garda Commissioner go? Or did the Gardaí know? The Gardaí. Or did even though the Irish Intelligence Agency, were they keeping tabs on them? Were they keeping a watch on them? If they knew they were there, would they keep them watch to see what they were doing in Ireland and what were they trying to achieve? Again, these are all questions. Did the Irish Intelligence find out all this? Did the Irish Intelligence do a big investigation and to see who was there? Who was there on this day? What Communist Party members were there? Who was the police force there? Who were they? What would they do? Did they have human rights violations? All this needs to be investigated. All this needs to be looked into. Again, questions need to be asked, and the OT needs to ask some questions too. But again, Grip Media, only for Grip Media, I don't think anybody would have knew. So obviously only for Grip, nobody would have questioned it, because it wasn't. There was literally nothing said by OT or the mainstream media. All went into rabbit holes as soon as this came out, because we dare not question China. How dare you question China in a free country? That's what OT's narrative is. How dare you? But yeah, so it does look like they might shut it, because obviously people are looking at it. A lot of people are looking at it. I even know a few people have said to me about the Chinese police station, like out and about. They were saying, "Do you know there's a Chinese?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm aware. I've seen it on social media." So, people were talking about it, people were asking questions, probably maybe ringing up their local TDs, asking why is there Chinese police in the local area too. They might have rang up the councils and been asking hard questions. Again, the media were nowhere to be found, but the only members of the public were like, why the fuck is the Communist Party here in Ireland? Why are they here? Who wants them here, first of all? But you know what I'm saying. Because obviously the only place the Communist Party should be is in the Chinese embassy. But again, let's be fair, the we are China is the Republic of China. It's the Taiwan, the Chinese embassy for Taiwan. So obviously, it's an illegitimate government that they have here in the country. Quiet about China. But yeah, that's just my opinion. So I'm sure people agree it shouldn't be here. It shouldn't be here because again, going by this, they didn't have a clue. Obviously, I find it hard to know that the guards didn't know, that the Feds forces or the government or the local authorities didn't know, or somebody didn't know that they were operating it there. Because I'm sure they're not that blind and stupid in this country. I'm sure they're not that, because again, I know government ministers are a bit stupid in the head and a bit dumb in the head. But I'm sure they're not that dumb in the head not to notice something in plain sight. Like they're not that stupid. They're not that stupid. They might pretend to be stupid. They're not that stupid. But now, let me know what you think. Hopefully they do close it, and hopefully they get the good kick out the boot up the hole, and hopefully they get kicked onto a ship and told never to come back here and expelled from the country. That'd be the proper thing. And if some of them did espionage or counterintelligence, obviously lock them up for a very long time and keep them in the country. If they were spying the military intelligence or whatever. But that's just my opinion. Thank you.